Ask the Expert. October is National Popcorn Month.
Who knew? Not only is popcorn good, it is good for you. Our registered dietitian, Laurie Meyer, joining us live this afternoon. So tell us about the health benefits of popcorn. Who knew?
Well, you know, as far as snack foods go, it really is one of the better snack foods. It's considered a whole grain because you have that whole kernel of corn that ends up getting popped. So, you know, that in itself is pretty good. But besides being a whole grain, just recently researchers have discovered that there are these polyphenols or antioxidants in popcorn. And they're in the hull. So if you're eating hull-less or if you don't eat any of the hulls, you're kind of missing some of that antioxidant. But they're finding that these antioxidants prevent cell damage and also may help us to boost the immune system and may prevent cancers and heart disease and diabetes and the rest. We also know that popcorn has lutein and zeaxanthin. Those are carotenes. We know that they can help with heart disease, but really important for eyes and for macular degeneration reduction. So that's really important, but you do need to have a little bit of fat in order to release them. And then it has some fiber and it's pretty low in calories. So, you know, all in all, it's a pretty good, pretty healthy snack food.
What kind of popcorn, though, do you need to eat to achieve these results?
Well, I always...
Because not all of it is...
It isn't, and you know, most of it's actually compared to some other things, it probably all is pretty good. You want to read labels, but I think the popcorn that you pop yourself is probably the healthiest because then you control what fat and you control everything that you do to it. I also am, you know, recommending more and more the organic popcorn just because we know that these popcorn and other corn plants, they're some of the highest heavily sprayed insecticides and pesticides and fumicides, and so if you're really worried about that, you might want to look for an organic. But we're looking, when you can get air popped, 30 calories a cup. Pretty good. As I said, though, you probably want to add a little fat after it's popped, though, so that you can release and be able to absorb some of those nutrients.
A little bit of butter, maybe,
a little bit of butter,
if you want. Okay.
A little olive oil drizzle. Oil pop, 55 calories a cup. I pop oftentimes in coconut oil because it's one of the most stable oils, so you're not going to damage it. Cheese popcorn, now this is a big range. You can get it anywhere from 100 to almost 200 calories per cup. This one happens to be about 150 calories per cup. Kind of look for some that don't have as many additives, artificial ingredients. And then the caramel corn, everybody's favorite, and that can be 150 to 200
you mix
calories.
these two together and you get the salty and the sweet.
Yeah, that sweet savory. But, and again, it's pretty high in sugar. So, but there are some other things you can do. I mean, this is one, I just made a popcorn, popped it in coconut oil, salt and pepper. If you haven't had pepper on popcorn, it's kind of like a new thing, and it's kind of a great thing. And this one we were testing before, this is garam masala.
That's
you
good.
can use any kind of blend. That's one of my favorites. Pop it in a little coconut oil and put that garam masala
And you got really
on.
fancy up
And
front.
then I did one, and if you really love the sweet, take some popcorn, drizzle just a little honey over it, and then I mix some dried fruits and some nuts, put it in the oven, just let it crisp up a little bit. You're going to have a fraction of the calories.
Last 20 seconds here. We don't want to name names, but we have a coworker who eats microwave popcorn as if it's a food group.
Yeah.
Is that bad?
I know who you're talking about. You know, microwave popcorn, it's not as bad as it used to be. There used to be a couple of compounds in it, diacetyl. Most companies have removed it. However, we're just learning that their substitute might be kind of the same or just as bad. This was causing some of the lung problems. It might cause some memory problems. The other is that PFOA, this was in the lining, prevent the sticking to the bag. This also, it can end up causing cancers and things like that.
No.
So
You
they're
two have
removing
that conversation
it. By
in the newsroom.
2015, it's supposed to be out of the popcorn. So I think,
So they're making strides.
and most of the brands right now, they don't have it in. So.
All right. Got a question for Laurie, any of the experts? Here's how you do it. Ask the expert at TMJ4.com or call that number right there on your screen.